Our lead story this afternoon, well, the Prime Minister's underwater puja in Gujarat's Dwarka. Well, he's on a two-day visit to Gujarat, and there are multiple infrastructure projects that will be launched by the Prime Minister as well. But quite a spectacle there with the Prime Minister's underwater puja in Dwarka. Now, this experience offered a rare and profound connection to India's spiritual and historical roots, is what he said. Now, Dwarka, of course, is the ancient city which is linked closely with Lord Krishna, and of course a hub of culture, and scriptures related to Lord Krishna. The Prime Minister also wore a special attire for that underwater puja.
आज जब मैं गहरे समुद्र के भीतर द्वारिका जी के दर्शन कर रहा था, तो मैं पुरातन वही भव्यता, वही दिव्यता मनोमन अनुभव कर रहा था। मैंने वहां भगवान श्री कृष्ण को, द्वारकाधीश को प्रणाम किया, उन्हें नमन किया।
Meanwhile, a lot is expected in the Prime Minister's high-stakes Gujarat visit, where he inaugurated the Sudarshan Setu, which is India's longest cable-stayed bridge, which will connect the Okha mainland and the Dwarka island in Gujarat. It's been built at a staggering cost of nearly 1,000 crore rupees. And well, the Prime Minister said that this will change the face of development in Gujarat. And apart from the Sudarshan Setu, the Prime Minister will also inaugurate Gujarat's first AIIMS in Rajkot. This will be one of the 5 AIIMS that the Prime Minister will be inaugurating in his UP and Gujarat visits. The Prime Minister also offered offered pujas at various temples. So the Prime Minister's temple run continues in his Gujarat and UP visit.
साथियों, आज मुझे सुदर्शन सेतु के लोकार्पण का भी सौभाग्य मिला है। 6 साल पहले मुझे इस सेतु के शिलान्यास का अवसर मिला था। ये सेतु ओखा को बेट द्वारका द्वीप से जोड़ेगा। ये सेतु द्वारकाधीश के दर्शन भी आसान बनाएगा और यहां की दिव्यता को भी 4 चांद लगा देगा।
And Vasudha Venugopal is now joining us live on the phone line. So Vasudha, quite a power-packed visit there for the Prime Minister in Gujarat. Of course, multiple infrastructure projects on the cards, but the spectacle of the Prime Minister, performing that underwater puja, quite something really. And of course, these optics and messaging and those temple runs, really important for the BJP ahead of the general elections.
Of course, Vedant, like you rightly pointed out, the visit to Dwarka has a lot of civilization and historical importance for the Prime Minister, but I think it is also the Prime Minister making it clear the kind of central place that Gujarat holds in its policy interventions and also politics. Remember, this is also, he was in Rajkot yesterday, where he very fondly remembered the first election he fought. And, this year also marks over 20 years of Prime Minister Narendra Modi being in public life, and Gujarat has been central to his life, to his politics, and to the government model that he, governance model that he is applying even at the center, because this is where he learned his foundational lessons from. So this visit to Dwarka is also in line with the kind of visits that he has been making even before the Anushthan process. Remember, he was in Banke Bihari, in Vrindavan near Mathura some days ago on the last day of, on the last day of campaigning in Madhya Pradesh elections. So that is the place where Krishna took birth, and this is where he, in some ways, it's believed that he was a king here, and he ruled this Dwarka for years. So, in some ways, the temple run is also coming to a full circle of the Prime Minister. And if you look at the visuals, they're very powerful. This is a place where the Ahir community, or the community that Lord Krishna himself came from, lives, and the historicity of the place in Dwarka actually, reflects in the way people live there. So if you see the visuals, there were women dancing with gold on their bodies. So that's right. All, a glimpse of what Dwarka would have looked like then. So clearly, the Prime Minister making a very civilizational point here, and also a political point, saying that he's the only one who can sort of safeguard the interests of not just Hinduism but also people of the country.
Vasudha, thanks very much for joining us with that update.